Welcome to CodeTech Facts. In this video, we can see how to upload a file in S3 using Express.js. We can view the list of versions available in the S3, download a file by versions, delete the file and its versions. I have created a bucket in the S3 with version enabled. To create a S3 trial account and how to create a buckets and the secret key access key, please refer to my previous video. I am going to use the same starter project. Open the development.json, add another key, that is S3. I'm name it as S3. You can name it as you wish. And there is a bucket name, access ID, secret key and region. You need to update those details as well. And next, add the AWS SDK package and multer package. For TypeScript support, add multer-ts. The next, I have added a document controller, the router name with the file. First, I have to create the configuration. I am retrieving the configuration. New S3 of, it needs the informations, access key, bucket name and region. Those informations are available in our development.json, so it will create our object. These are the parameters needed for creating an object. We have created with the same format, so it will be applied here. Once that is created, next step is uploading our file. For uploading a file in the S3, the first parameter is put object request. The request needs the bucket name and the key name. What is going to be your uploaded file name? This is going to be data. This is just a prefix. You can have n number of prefix for the folder structure, followed by the request.file, the original name. What is going to be my for original file name? It is going to be the key along with the data. Next is metadata. If you are going to add any metadata information, you can pass this. Next is our file content. That is going to be request.file.buffer. Next, our content type is our main type. So next is S3 has the method called upload. Pass the request object, error and data. If it is going to be error, console.log of error. If it is success, then make the request as response followed by the data. Let's try it by upload. I have created a text file with a version 1 so that we can check our version also. Let's try to upload the file. It's a post method with the URL. It is uploaded with the version ID and the location, key, and that key file we will be displaying in this format. It will have a caps and a small and the bucket name. When you go to this, just refresh. Here we have created a folder called data. Inside that we can see the files. If we want to list the versions, here there is a checkbox. It will have the version history. It's showing an additional file which is already have uploaded. The next one is to list the version history. How to get all the version histories of a file. That is going to be the first parameter is list object version request. The first parameter is bucket. Next one is prefix. The prefix is going to be your key, that is data followed by our request.key. I have passing the query string as my file name. The prefix data will be added here. The method is s3.listObjectVersion. The first parameters. If it is an error, throw the error or list all the versions available in the file. We can try it in our browser. These are the versions available. If I upload one more, three versions are available. I'm going to delete two versions because all the contents are same. You can delete here. For deleting, you have to type your statement as. It's deleted. Currently it has one version. Next I'm going to change it as version 2. Upload the file. Version 3. Uploading the file. Next is how to download a file. For downloading a file, we should pass a parameter getObjectRequest. The first is going to be the bucket name. The next is key. In the previous statement, we have checked it as a prefix. In this property, it is going to be same as the upload. It is going to be key. Data, I'm going to pass it as a key in the query string. Next is version. If I provided the version, download the file by the version, or else it is going to be null. Null means it will download the latest version. Get object of the parameter. If it is an error, throw the error, or else response.content type of attachment, and the file name is going to be the query.key, and the content type is data.content type. It will return the content type. And the next is the buffer data.body. It is going to be end statement. This is what going to be the download. Let's try it out. Let's try to download the file. The file has downloaded. For the testing purpose, for the version histories, I'm going to change the download to, I'm commenting this code and OK request. I'm going to write the text document in the browser. Now it will not download. I have not provided the version, so it is getting from the latest version. Let's print our versions. Take the second one. It is version 2. If I pass this, version 1. Here you will have the attributes is latest true. These are false. The next we are going to check how to delete a file. Currently the bucket is version enabled. If it is not a version enabled, the file will delete automatically. Whereas in version enabled, the file will not delete if you mention all the version. Let's check it out. Here the delete is going to be the parameter is delete object request. The first one is bucket name. Next is key as it is and the version ID. If I provide the version ID, that is going to be string. I converted with string, or else it is a null parameter. S3.delete object is the function. I am passing the parameter. It will return the response with the version number. For deleting, I need the version ID. I'm selecting the first version. Write in the Postman. It will return the same version ID. It's deleted. Going to delete the next version. It's also deleted. Let's try it out without the version number. Now it is returning as delete marker true and with the version ID. If we go to the versions, now it will have two arrays, one is with versions and another with delete markers. If you not provided the versions, it will create the current version as the versions and delete marker will have the deleted items. That means it will not delete all the items permanently. If you try it again, this will create another version deleted and the current version will be available here. If I want to delete the file, I have to delete all the three versions. Let's try it with deleting all the three files. Now I have deleted all the three versions. Let's check. The file has been deleted. So the proper way of, if I want to delete all the files, you have to delete all the version. You can make use of this and you can loop it and delete all the files. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please share with your friends. If you have any queries or suggestion, please type in the comment box. See you soon in the next video.